Hello and welcome to Session Gamer. My name is Stuart Goward of the Renaissance Men, and today you join us for another quick look, this time of Diablo 4, the action RPG developed by Blizzard and published by Blizzard. Um, but yeah, it's Diablo 3. I'm a Diablo virgin, I would say, and I've come to this game having tinkered with Diablo 3 a bit on the Switch, but played a bit of the Diablo 4 beta and I was loving it, so I thought I would dive in with both feet. And that's what I've done. This is my initial playthrough of the video game. I'm going to shut up now. Let's watch this very impressive opening cinematic.
Quiet. Shut up. They have our scent. Run! Just keep running. Are you out of your mind? He's not going to make it. He has to.
Blessed Akarat, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine
Haste.
guides.
Look at me. All the gold we want is right there.
No, I just came here for knowledge.
They're coming! I know. Get over here! Now, breach the seal. Get us through that door.
Oh, Lord, help me. By three they come. By three thy way opens. Blood shows. This doesn't make any sense. Blood. Blood is the key. Blood is the key!
What?
I need two of you!
No! Go! I'll hold them! Go!
So, it says the blood of the willing goes...
You gotta be kidding me! It worked!
We have to help him!
He's dead already. It's a shame he didn't make it. Oh well, cheer up. Gold splits better 3 ways instead of 4. Must be hidden here somewhere. Read this.
By three they come, by three thy way opens, by the blood of them willing. Hail. Hail the Creator. Ha! Hail the daughter of... Oh no. No.
What about the coin? What's it say?
This is forbidden. This is a summoning. I cannot speak.
Don't lie to me!
We came here for treasure. What is this place?
I don't know. Maybe it's a temple. Or a tomb, or...
It's a gate. 'Tis. 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 '
Blood is the key.
Blessed Akrat, thy eternal light protects me. The divine wisdom guides me. Though my path is walked in darkness, guide my soul to thy sacred place.
From the abyss, we seek thy salvation. By three they come. By three thy way opens. By the blood of the willing. We call thee home. Come.
Blessed Akrat, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me. Though my
Open your eyes.
eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal
There
light.
is no light here. You came to the darkness for knowledge.
Yes.
And all the knowledge you seek is here. Surrender. Speak the words. Call her home.
By three, they come. By three, thy way opens. By the blood of the willing, we call thee home. Hail, daughter of hatred. Creator of sanctuary. Hail, Lilith.
Blessed Mother, save us.
Oh, there we go. I told you it was a good cutscene, didn't I? There we go. That is that's the start of Diablo 4, and I was, as soon as I saw that, I was in. I was drawn in. For clarification, I was playing this on PlayStation 5, and I purchased the deluxe edition for 80, which is RRP 89.99. But I got it with Shop 2 PlayStation credit points, and so I got it. I got the Ultimate Edition for 75 quid, which I thought was a bargain, considering I then get the game. I was able to play this on June 1st, which was the Friday before release. So I was hammering it all weekend, and this footage is from Friday, that Friday, I should say. but the game did formally release to the rest of the world on June 5th for PlayStation 5. It says PlayStation 4 here. That's not the case, is it? I'm looking at the Wikipedia. PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox Series consoles. It says Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Maybe they're coming later. I didn't know that was a thing, to be honest. But anyway, it's out. I've been playing it, and these are going to be my initial thoughts. The classes, we just got a brief look at the class screen there. I mean, we're going through the character customization, and as I typically do in these types of games, is I try to recreate myself somewhat. My eggy visage. So you've got my picture. Obviously, you've got my face cam going on. So hopefully, you'll see that I do a bang up job of recreating my own self as my Diablo avatar. But in terms of the classes, we have Barbarian, Sorcerer, Druid, Rogue, and Necromancer. Others possibly being added later on. But I went Barbarian because I typically go with the Barbarian in these types of games. But as I'll probably allude to later on in this video, I kind of regret that decision a little bit for this first run. But hey ho, it is what it is, and I'm going to stick with it. As you can see, there's a whole wide range of customization options here. Obviously, humour me, I was just reliving a fantasy and having some hair, but obviously I plumped forward a shaved head. I was tempted with a beard, but as I can't typically grow a beard myself, I went against it. Obviously, the physique is very much in my own mould. But as we'll see, as I go on, I didn't tend to make a great amount of changes. I just kept it plain and simple egg. Plain and simple egg. So we'll just watch as I decide on and finalize my character. I'll chime in throughout the video. I won't obviously be on screen all the time, but I'll chime in when I've got some little nuggets I want to give you. But generally, I'm impressed with Diablo 4. I'm really enjoying it. It's a very complex game. It's not. I don't think it's particularly. No, that's something. I was going to say it's not. No. Is it easy for a newcomer to come and play? I don't know. I think so. I mean, there's enough tutorials and such in there. So if you haven't played a Diablo game before, which I'm going to say I haven't. I mean, I have, but I've only dabbled. So in a sense that I'm certainly not an expert in the series or the ARPG genre in entirety. So is it accessible for newcomers? Yeah, I think it is. I think it'd be unfair for me to say it isn't because it does. There's lots of tooltips and it does a great job of onboarding you into the game and a lot of the systems at play. Yeah. So I'll retreat and I'll chime back in once the character creation has been done. But it's very versatile, as you can see, very versatile. Yeah. What I will say with regards to the barbarian is, a lot of the classes have a particular gimmick, whether it's spell casting or raising the undead or being able to change into a werewolf or a bear. With the barbarian, they're selling it as you're a master of all weapons. So you have, I think it's 4 weapon slots that you can have, and you can either have like a bludgeoning weapon, a slashing weapon, piercing. There's a whole variety of weapon types and weapon attacks that you can equip as the barbarian. And from what I'm seeing in the early gameplay, it's about how you build your skills and use your skills around your attacks. So a lot of the skills relate to bludgeoning weapons or slashing weapons. So if you've got a really good two-handed sword that you got a skill that kind of unifies and works well with that, then bang on, you're doing it. That's you're gonna kind of take some names, but yeah, I'm finding it a little bit difficult to wrap my head around. I don't think Barbarian actually is a great character to start with. I wouldn't say it's a great starting character at all. Which usually for me it feels like it is, and it should be because you're just twatting people with an axe. But no, it appears there's a lot of nuance with how you're managing, meshing your skills with your weaponry and your attack types, and how that all kind of converges into how you play the character. So, yeah, personally, if you are a newbie to this genre, I mean, I'm not going back now because I'm a few hours and a few levels in, so I don't want to restart it. But for subsequent playthroughs, I think I will certainly choose another class. As you can see, I'm about to choose world tier 1 because, quite frankly, why would I go to tier 2? I'm not a veteran. I'm an adventurer. Recommended for players who are new to Diablo or want a light challenge. That's me. And again, there is me, as we can see. I'd take my top off to prove it, but I wouldn't want to horrify you. So here we are. We're into Diablo 4, the campaign, and I'll shut up as the narrator speaks.
It was forged as a refuge from the war between the high heavens and the burning hells. Instead, it became a new battleground in this eternal conflict. A secretive group called the Haradrim has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was. And centuries ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
And here we are into the game itself. So, as is typical with Diablo series, it's a isometric action RPG, and yeah, the game throws you in. Like I say, gives you some good tooltips as to how to proceed now, what buttons to use, etc. Now, forgive me, I am one for checking all containers, so you may see me searching a lot of piles of rocks, containers, logs, fallen trees. But I think it's imperative if you want some good loot. I mean, this game is all about the loot, isn't it? If you're not searching stuff, then you're not going to be getting the sweet loots. So yeah, I assume in the start of the game is the same for each class and each character you create. You're kind of a character within the world of Sanctuary. As we saw in the trailer, Lilith, the daughter, was the daughter of the daughter of sorrow? Did they say the daughter of something? Hatred, daughter of hatred, I think it was. Has been awoken to reclaim her creation that is Sanctuary. So she's risen again to reclaim her birthright, I guess. I don't know. But one assumes you will now be going on a quest to stop Lilith. Rest in peace, Wargs. You have your skill bar at the bottom there with the button prompts. You start the game with a single attack, which is on the X button, and you can either. I was tapping all the time. I was like tapping for every attack, but I then realised, like Homer with the dipping bird in that episode of The Simpsons, he could multiply his output by just holding the button down. So if you just hold down the X button, face a character that you want to attack, and the attacks are made and calculations are made, and health goes down. As you progress, you pick up more skills and attacks that fill up that skill bar. Yeah. Got the red pool on the left, that's your health pool. As the barbarian, you're building up as you're doing attacks. The mechanic is once you're completing successful attacks, you are creating, is it rage? I can't remember. There's a a resource that you build up with your attacks that you can then expel on more powerful moves. I think it's rage. I could be wrong. And that's where I went with the build early on. I chose skills that would. I chose a really. I think a double-handed hammer strike or something as my kind of the skill that used the rage, and then I chose a skill that used double my dual-wielded weapons that would quickly build up rage for me. So I was building up the rage quickly and then expelling it with a big two-handed hammer strike. So that's kind of my early build strategy, if you like.
Another abandoned town.
Demons everywhere. Fangs in the dark.
Ah! He bit me!
Careful! He's a wild one.
You'll also find during this playthrough that I like to search everywhere before I then move on to the objective. So, although the objective is right there on that yellow pip, I will go and search around the whole village before I go activate that mission, that quest. Sorry.
What's it to you?
Oswen, hush! I'm sorry, Wanderer. You've come at a difficult time. This madman just stumbled into town and started causing trouble.
Demons spilling from the ruins. Kill us all. Kill us all.
Ruins? What is he talking about?
Come, I'll explain. There is evil staring in the ruins to the north. That poor monk back there must have gone inside. Even a holy man like him was driven mad by whatever he saw.
Gotta protect yourself out there.
What's that? You say something?
Oh, you poor thing. Traveling in this awful weather.
Are you hurt?
What's that? You say something?
If Devmir's taking up all the space by the fire, just give him a shove.
Fire's looking good, but I should watch it a little longer to make sure it doesn't go out.
These will keep you safe.
I first look here at the the character screen, and where you do a lot of your work. You're swapping out loot. Apologies if you can hear a lawnmower. It is what it is. It's a nice sunny Sunday morning. So you can. I found it's nice and easy just to quickly tap on the triangle button to compare the loot, looking for green numbers. That's all. That's all I'm really kind of going with at the moment, being a novice to the game. Does that item boost my stats, or does it increase in power from the previous item? Then if it does, then I'm in. I'm all about it. So yeah, it's nice, clean, and it's fairly easy to see what you're trying to do and trying to achieve, and it doesn't take, the interface is nice and clean, and it doesn't, you don't have to press multiple buttons to get to where you want to be.
You might need to speak up around her. We'll do what we can for him. Might have to keep him in the shed for now, though. He tried to bite off Osman's fingers. Could you protect us from whatever is out there?
We have nowhere else to turn.
No one should live in fear. I will cleanse the old ruins of evil.
Truly?
Oh, thank you.
I'll first look at the leveling system here, where you basically have to spend skill points to activate these nodes. These nodes being new powers, new attacks, attacking or defensive buffs. The usual RPG stuff. But again, it's nice and clear and not too overwhelming. There's is it Pillars of Eternity, the one with the massive skill tree? Was always just overwhelming to me. But if you zoom out, although it's not a small skill tree, it's certainly not thousands and thousands of options. It's kind of, it's everything's logical and feeds off each node. And for a newcomer like myself, it wasn't overwhelming, and you really got a sense of what it is you were spending your skill point on.
There are still things to be grateful for in this world.
If Devmir's taking up all the space by the fire, just give him a shove.
Let me help you out.
Oh, you poor thing. Traveling in this awful weather.
do you think at this point maybe I went to the toilet as I was streaming? I'm not entirely sure why I'm just stood there, but it gives me a chance to say, well, this is the first dungeon that you're exposed to. It's very gentle dungeon. It kind of eases you into the mechanic of delving into the depths and collecting loot and dealing enemies of a slightly higher difficulty than you may have met before. Yeah, it's kind of, if you don't like this, then you're not going to like Diablo. But I like this, and I like Diablo. So, yeah, it was a fairly easy dungeon as you would expect from the first one. But again, I liked to. It eased me into getting to know the controls for the character and the class that I'm playing and the new skill that I'd unlocked. And I'm very much one for kind of exploring every nook and cranny of the dungeon that I'm in. And I think I came out of this, you might see later on, I think I came out of it over encumbered and I couldn't pick anything more up because I had so much loot in my pack. Because I couldn't figure out how I didn't want to drop it. I know you can mark it as junk by pressing the square button, but I didn't know if that deleted it or what. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what's the best way of getting rid of that loot that you don't need, whether you scrap it for parts to upgrade other equipment, because you can do that, whether you sell it for coin, which doesn't, the items don't seem to give you a lot back. And items from vendors seem to be really expensive for what they are. So I'm not too keen on that. But yeah, these are all learning points that I'll know more about as I progress in the game.
don't have enough fury.
You see, I've now unlocked my second skill, which is the two-handed hammer attack. So I'm building up that fury bar, as we see here. A full fury bar, and then at some point, I assume I will take out some creatures with my hammer attack.
Don't have enough fury. I'm low on fury. I'm not ready yet.
Our first boss fight. This is where I really had to start utilising the dodges, because he did like an area of effect attack. Like he would jump up and then, here we go, just kind of dive bomb you. So the circle of aid button was really useful during this. It almost turned into bullet hell. You know, trying to dodge. And one of the later bosses I've done is almost a bullet hell. You have to dodge their attacks, and I mean, this boss ended up being quite easy. But certainly the one that I faced later in the game isn't quite so, well, isn't that way. So, well, that's world tier level 1. You do just have to, you know, earn your victories.
I'm not ready yet. The old ruins are clear. Your town should be safe now.
Truly. Ha! By the light, you are heaven sent. Oh, I'm so sorry. We haven't any coin to offer. But we have hot stew, good company, and...
Stay for a pint.
Wash out the taste of the stew.
We'd be honored if you'd join us.
To our savior.
Now the story starts to go a little south at this point, and I'm hoping there's more like narrative beats like this, narrative surprises like this as the game goes on. Do you think everything's going nicely? Party montage, and then no, you get kind of escorted away by the villagers to be butchered and eaten. One assumes. Crazy.
By mother's blood, by mother's body, so shall you witness her glory before you die. Not ready yet.
They're coming! The whole damn village! Get up! Get up! We have to fight our way out! There! Take them! May the light preserve us. Lost souls! All of you!
I'm out of fury.
We're coming to the end of my quick look. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think to summarize my thoughts on Diablo, I'm pleasantly pleased. You know, I very much got involved with the beta, and I have been excited and looking forward to this game for a long time. And it hasn't disappointed, to be honest. You do need to put a lot of time into it, and I'm conscious that I'm not probably putting as much time as I could or should into it. So I maybe not be getting the most out of the game and the experience. But if you've got the time, if you love an RPG, then I think this is really one for you. Beginners or experts, like obviously the experts going to and the long-term fans of Diablo are going to love it. But yeah, even for someone like myself who is very much a newbie to this genre and this franchise, even I'm absolutely loving it. So thank you for joining me on this quick look. We'll play you out with me during the last few moments of the video and kind of going on to the next quest. But thank you for joining us. Until next time, please take care and goodbye.
Madman. Those heretics drugged me after I returned from the ruins. Just like you. I came to my wits and escaped. Tried to get inside the chapel, but it was locked and... What manner of evil is this? Petals? Of blood?
They must have fed them to me.
A blasphemous ritual. How did they learn this? Perhaps the answer lies in the chapel. They kept it locked up for a reason. The key might be on that woman who was leading them.
Thanks for watching. For more Renaissance Men content, please click on the link below. If you want to know when the latest videos drop, then please consider giving us a like and subscribe.